Girl, your brain is loud, but God's voice is even louder. See, if you're exhausted from overthinking, if your mind is running laps at 3 o'clock in the morning and you're second guessing every freaking move, you're not broken. You're just trying to do life without peace. And today, we're shutting that freaking chaos down. I'm going to give you 3 powerful steps to finally stop overthinking and start trusting God for real, girlfriend. So get ready. Hey, girlfriend, I'm Carlene, and I help women like you unlock that Strongfident mindset. I help you guys walk in faith, glow up mentally, spiritually, and emotionally. Okay, so if you're ready to take back your power and stop living in fear, girl, you are in the right place. So get ready. Step number 1, recognize the mental spiral. Remember, fear begins with a thought, but so does faith. Have you ever been in a situation where you actually replay a conversation like 17 times and you're like overthinking a decision so long that you end up doing nothing at all? Girl, yes, that's freaking fear, and it's dressed as logic, okay? Let me tell you something that changed my life. Just because a thought is loud, it doesn't mean it's true. That's one thing that I had to really okay, girlfriend, that's not God. So one thing that I started doing was I had to start calling out my overthinking for what it was. Like, I would acknowledge it and be like, that's fear. That's not fact. That's anxiety, not my future. That's not God. That is my trauma talking. I'm going to give you guys an example. I used to feel stuck every time I had to post like a video or go after something big. My brain would literally say, what if they don't like it? What if you fail? What if this doesn't work? Does that sound familiar? Does it sound like you? Because girl, that was me all the time. So now what I do is now I stop that thought mid-sentence and say, that is fear talking, but my faith says God already made a way. It reminded me of this verse, 2 Timothy 1:7. God has not given us a spirit of fear, but of power, love, and a sound of mind. Step number 2, declare truth over fear. You see, you can't be passive with fear. You have to speak back to it. You got to take charge, okay? See, back in the days, I used to think that I had to feel fearless before I moved. But the real power, it's when you speak faith out loud while you still feel freaking scared and shaky. Like, you just have to make that bold move. You see, you got to say what God says about you out freaking loud, because the enemy can't read your mind, but he can hear your mouth. So I want you to try saying these with me right now. 1, God goes before me. I will not fear. I walk in divine guidance, peace, and confidence today. I have the mind of Christ. My mind is sound, and I am safe, and I'm at peace. I don't have to know it all. I just have to trust the one who does. God is my provider. I lack nothing. See, I want you to write this down. Put it in your mirror, screenshot, or whatever it is. But I need you to do this, okay? Because remember, fear loses its grip when your words get strong. Here's a verse that I want you guys to remember. It's Isaiah 26:3. You will keep in perfect peace of all who trust in you, all whose thoughts are fixed on you. Step number 3. Girlfriend, you gotta take micro faith action, okay? Faith is not a feeling. It's a move. Because you have to remember, faith isn't just what you believe. It's what you do with what you believe. Ooh, girl, you heard that one? Sometimes you don't need a giant leap of faith. You just need a tiny, a scary one, obedience-filled step. You just need that tiny little move. That's all you need. You don't need nothing big. And here's an example of the micro faith actions you need to be taking. For example, it can be something about texting a friend, or maybe asking her for a prayer. Maybe applying for that job that you've been scared to actually apply for. Or maybe post the video of something that you've been holding back. You're like, maybe this can help my business, but I'm afraid to do it, okay? Get up and walk even when your emotions say lay down. Pray even if your faith feels weak. You see, the enemy doesn't fear your feelings. He fears your movement. See, this Bible verse, James 2:17. Faith itself if it is not accompanied by action, guess what? It's dead. When you move even just a tiny bit, guess what? God multiplies it. See, every faith step becomes a setup for favor. So let me remind you, you are not overthinking. You are not your fear. You are not crazy. Okay? You are being called up. What did I say? You are being called up. And that fear is just a little ditch effort to stop what God already started in you. Don't let the enemy win, girl. We don't got time for that. Okay? So I want you to say this with me. I choose faith over fear today. I choose faith over fear today. Louder. I choose faith over fear today. Woo! We did it. You see, that felt amazing. You're taking your power back. You're not letting the enemy take anything away from you. You're like, nope, I'm in charge because I am backed up by heaven. I am backed up by God. I am not letting fear get the best of me. I got what it takes. What I want you to do is I want you to drop that declaration in the comments to declare it over your life today. And if you really like this right here, and if you're ready for more Strongfident mindset tips, faith talks, and real life encouragement, then girlfriend, subscribe, hit that bell, and stay locked in. Remember, let's stop shrinking and start walking like the woman God created us to be. Because you have what it takes. But most importantly, because you are Strongfident.